President, as if in legislative session, I ask unanimous consent that the Finance Committee be discharged from further consideration of S4143, the bill be considered read a third time and passed, and the motion to reconsider be considered made and laid upon the table with no intervening action or debate.
Is there objection?
Mr. President.
The senator from Wyoming.
Thank you, Mr. President. Reserving the right to object, the CARES Act provides an additional $600 per week to those who are receiving through their states unemployment insurance. In Wyoming, we have a generous unemployment insurance program to help people that are out of work, and the CARES Act adds to that essentially a bonus payment of $600 additional per week. For a 40-hour work week, that comes down to an average of about $15 an hour bonus for not being able to go back to work, and that's on top of their regular unemployment benefits. Well, since the CARES Act has passed, Mr. President, what we've seen is that this additional $600 per week means that most recipients are paid more for not working than they would make if they actually were on the job working. Now, this fact has been confirmed in news reports, by academic researchers, and by the Congressional Budget Office. Even former Obama administration Treasury Secretary Tim Geithner, along with President Obama's chair of the Council on Economic Advisors, agree that $600 per week on top of unemployment insurance through the states is too much. Mr. President, we have help wanted signs all around my state. I talk to the people of unemployment insurance who run the program. They tell me that they're having many people who are getting paid much more than they would work if they would take the jobs where you have employers out there looking for employees to come and work. You can't continue to pay people more to not work than to work. Yet, instead of trying to address this identifiable and correctable problem, today my colleagues are asking that we vote to extend these $600 per week bonus payments and continue these untargeted payments for many months into the future. As a matter of fact, Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House, living on Fantasy Island, wants to extend these for 6 more months, all the way till the end of January. Mr. President, the CBO, other researchers, economists have looked at this and said this would be a heavy, wet blanket on the economy. It would prevent 10 million people from getting back to work, going all the way till the end of January. It's likely such a proposal would cost $1 trillion, Mr. President. And much of that is we're talking about paying people to not work instead of helping people work. So I hope my colleagues will join me in better targeting help to the unemployed in a way that doesn't pay people more when they're sitting at home not working than they would make at work. We're working on a plan now to provide additional help for the unemployed if they can't go back to work because their job isn't there, isn't available, if for health purposes they can't go back to work. But do it in a way that the Democrats have claimed, Mr. President, that they want to do but haven't even proposed. And we need to make it much more closely aligned with lost wages. So we're going to be introducing this plan shortly, Mr. President. I hope my colleagues on the other side of the aisle will engage with us in that effort. And for these reasons, Mr. President, I object.